Hello. Moderation helps everyone feel safe. To build a positive live chat experience for you and your viewers, choose who can participate. Set a delay between. So I've actually quit vaping this past month, but I kept my vape for when I drink. So I only vape when I drink. That's the new rule. Is she drinking? She drinking. Food. So my barbell back squat is now 100 kg, which is like 200 something pounds. My hip thrust is 140 kg. One rep, locked out. Can't really do more than that. My deadlift is like 130 kg. And my bench press is like 50 kg, one rep, sometimes two. I got that girl problem where like I'm like a centaur. I got the horse legs. You know, I can gallop through them past. I got the horse legs. I can gallop through those pastures, but I can't. But my arms are not like. My arms are like not as, like men often have really strong arms and they'll have like stick legs, and girls have the opposite thing going on. So I do that. It's like I prefer to train legs. I just do. Curling, overhead press, military press, bench press, flies. I'm like, oh, I hate it. Not that I hate it. It's all right. I do it. But like my split is Monday lower, Tuesday upper, Wednesday lower, Thursday upper, Friday lower body. And then Saturday and Sunday is like a gamble. Like it's usually yoga and a lot of like hiking through the forest. So that's pretty much what I do. And I also take my dogs on an hour long hike every day. And another thing I've been doing is with my dogs. So instead of feeding them kibble, is I've been feeding them fresh ground beef, black beans, chickpeas, and then different raw vegetables like carrots, beetroot, spinach, kale, sweet potato. I cook the sweet potato, pumpkin, green beans, broccoli, silver beet, dark leafy greens, parsley, and then a lot of hemp hearts, collagen, bovine, like cow collagen, an egg, a hard-boiled, like a medium-boiled egg, plus the shell. So I crumble up the shell so it doesn't like poke their intestines. I like crumble it up because it has calcium in it. And a little dash of blueberries, sometimes a banana, sometimes some apple, sometimes cucumber. So I've been really getting into like dog nutrition. And yeah, the longest living dogs are basically fed like a real whole food diet. From all the research that I've done a lot of research like online, and kibble, like just kibble is essentially trash. It's like McDonald's level processed shit. So and it's like they're like 5, about to turn 6, both of them, and it's taken me this long to like get on top of their nutrition. I've always given them the like highest quality kibble that I could find, like within price range, not like something crazy, but yeah, this is really, and I'm in this week. So, and then I was reading this shit about how they need like a diversity in their diet, just like humans do. So I was like, I thought I would just stick to ground beef. Apparently chicken is garbage. So no chicken. Chicken is trash. But feeding them like a diversity of protein sources. So I got the beans. So you can feed them like black beans, kidney beans, chickpeas, but like salmon, like sardines, like without sodium free, and also sprinkling just a teensy bit of sodium, like a little bit of salt and pepper onto their food is good. So they can get some sodium, and pepper helps absorb the nutrients, and also turmeric. A little bit of I'm gonna get into turmeric. Think about like their iodine. So I'm gonna like start getting some like seaweed, like maybe kelp or different types of seaweed, like local seaweed, and like for allergies and things like honey. And so yeah, I've become a little like crazy. Like it's not crazy. It's like I really consider them like my family. And you know, after literally 5 years of like feeding them like this dry kibble, I look at it. I looked at it hard and long enough. It took me 5 fucking years. I was like, this is rubbish. This is absolute rubbish. This can't be good. And that's when I started doing research, like into different types of dog diets, and like, what is there something like whole, like, because I'm thinking about myself, like, what if I was eating like packaged food or processed food every single day? My inflammation would be up. My mood levels would be all over the place. I'd be feeling like crap. So yeah. And with the veggies, you don't want to like cook them too much. Obviously, I'm a raw vegan, and like with veggies. So with the meat, just for bacteria reasons, I just cook my meat. I just cook their meat. I cook their egg. Some people give like raw eggs and are into like, they're descended from wolves, so they should have like raw meat and raw meat. But I'm just, there's also the fact that for the past 40,000 years, they've been essentially been fed like table scraps. And probably some raw meat mixed in there, but like their microbiome has adjusted to the process of like cooking food, and just for bacteria reasons, like I just think once cooked, just like cooking the mince, cooking the ground beef, cooking the meat. And the ideal, not obviously, you might not know this, but the ideal protein source for dogs would be a grass-finished, grass-fed bison, or like elk, like kind of those more gamey meats. But in New Zealand, we don't have access to bison or elk or anything, so we would have access to like venison. I'd even be open to like hunting. And I'm like a raw vegan. I don't know if I would actually be open to hunting for my dogs. Yeah. But so this week, I think I'm going to get them a little mix of like salmon, sardines. I'm going to get them some fish. Not too much fish because I'm worried about the heavy metal accumulation as well. With fish, like fish nowadays is sketchy, and like but I think I might buy like 2 salmon and feed them that for like 2 or 3 days. And then I might go back and then just like keep up with like the ground beef. Suraj, hey, how are you? I was just talking about after so many days, I see you live. Suraj, it's been so long since we last spoke. You were dealing with a girl. You had a girl problem. Oh, she had an abortion. And then she cut contact with you, right? Oh yeah, these are my matte black October nails. And these are my real nails, actually. So yeah. Yeah. You are right. My girlfriend related problem. Is that still a problem? Or have you moved on? I don't know. I sort of feel like you should move on, Suraj. I get the sense that she's like, life happens to her, and she's not like in the driver's seat of her own life. Like, in all honesty, she should have been on some kind of birth control, and then she cut you off and she just seems like life sort of happens to her, and then she retreats and like hides in her bed. And you were saying she eats a lot of like biscuits and cakes, and I don't know if like, people change sometimes. We can hope that people change, but like for the most part, the person that you get in the beginning is kind of who they are. Like the person, people sometimes change, especially when they're young, but people often don't really change from my experience of people. So if you're waiting for her to come around and be like some sweet girlfriend who's going to be like present, because I remember you were saying she was like retreating and she was like hiding and not answering her phone, and I remember you telling me she was like gorging on food and just like shutting you down, and she didn't want to talk to you. Like it's like that's like who she is, you know what I mean? She is in a loop. She recovers herself, try to forget past, but again she starts remembering and regretting past. You mean the past regarding your aborted child? You mean she remembers? And you want like like a quality in a partner that we look for is resiliency, which means the ability to overcome obstacles, to like fight, to fight with your sword, fight when life is difficult. We want to stand next to somebody who can also fight. And she doesn't. Everything, whatever happened in past, our conflict, my behavior, abortion, everything. Okay. Yeah. I don't know. I just sort of feel like you should start fresh with women. Find a different girl. It just seems like a lot of baggage. And hopefully it's a learning lesson for you so that you can be a better partner in the future. I wish she heal herself so we can start fresh, but she unable to heal herself. Yeah, I remember that. I sort of remember that from what you told me last time. Like she just doesn't seem really strong. And there's like a thing, and she's like a Gen Z. A lot of the Gen Z, it's not that they're not strong. I think millennials are stronger than Gen Z. I am ready for a fresh start, whether with her or anyone else, but as humanity, I don't want to leave her alone. But as humanity, I don't want to leave her alone. What do you mean by that? I don't want to leave her alone. I think it would be good to just break it off. Life is short. Just break it off. I already shuffled this. Spirit, what's the energy of Siraj breaking it off with that girl? Spirit, what's the energy of Siraj breaking it off with that girl? Spirit, what's the energy of Siraj breaking it off with that girl? Spirit, what's the energy of Siraj breaking it off with that girl? Okay, burden. I feel like you're a burden, like you feel like an obligation to do it. You feel like you feel like you have to like stand by her side. Okay, yeah, it's like, do I or do I not? You have like these two choices. You have a lot of indecision. Like, should I just let her go and like move on, or should I not? And then I think a lot of like past tradition, like family, like getting to know her family, like even like creating a baby and her child. Like there's this whole karma that you have with her where I think you feel obligated to carry these 10 wands and keep this relationship going. I feel like it's a burden for you. And you have this kind of like masculine sense of duty actually towards her. Spirit, what's the energy of cutting her off completely? What's the ultimate energy of cutting her off completely? Spirit, what's the ultimate energy of cutting her off completely? Spirit, what's the ultimate energy of cutting her off completely? Okay. I'm getting a Knight of Swords in reverse. I guess you would have to do it slowly or not hastily. I guess it's a hasty decision to just cut her off slowly. Do you have like you must have really strong connections to her. And to do it, I think you would have to do it quite slowly. Like, it might not be like this clean cut, like just one day you go quiet. It might be like this process where you're answering text messages, but you're like putting the message across that like, I'm not here for you, but I'm still your friend, but like let's ask this question. I don't know. I'm getting a sense you would have to do like a slow process. Her name's Harmon. I don't know if Exla gave right to leave her because I think she is still a past trauma. Yeah, I think you would have to do it kind of slowly. Like you kind of are still there for like 6 months, or something. From now until like next April, you would need to like kind of give her the sense if you're trying to be a nice guy. So it seems like you are trying to be a nice guy to her. Her name's Harmon. Yeah. Okay. Spirit, what's the energy of trying to make things work with Harmon? Bad. Okay, so Ace of Wands in reverse. I'm getting that's not a good idea. That's not the good idea. So that's not a good idea. So I think we are needing to leave her. We're needing to have like a slow, like slowly letting her off the hook kind of thing. Can you get a current energy or intentions? Get her. Spirit, what is Harmon's current energy? 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 Spirit, what is Harmon's current? Okay, I got the Two of Cups in reverse. She is out of love with you. This is card of love. She's not in love with you. Spirit, what is she's disconnected from you. She's disconnected. Spirit, what is Harmon's current energy? 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 Page of Cups. Okay, I got the Page of Cups. But she might still be, in a sense, toying you or somebody else along. She seems like she's offering, I think she might be disconnected from you or from something. She's having some kind of conflicting feelings about love. Spirit, how is Harmon currently feeling? She seems like a really twisted girl. And then I got King of Cups in reverse. Okay, so she's playing games. She's not really offering that true king love. She's got like this Page of Cups energy. And then I got the Two of Cups in reverse. So I feel like she's in her heart. I feel like she's broken it off with you. But I feel like in certain circumstances, you catch her on a bad day, she tries to extend love towards you. But in her heart of hearts, she doesn't. I got the King of Cups in reverse, the Suit of Love. I feel like she's She really doesn't have any love to give. So she's playing games. She's like playing games with love, if that makes sense. I asked her that if she's thinking about someone else, and she took her father's swear that she don't want anyone, whether me or anyone else. Yeah, I think she might be playing. I think she does want somebody else. She's like, this is like an opportunity for love. So in her, like in some, it might be like an unconscious or in the, like the recesses of her mind, in the back of her mind, in the back of her heart, she kind of like is extending, or she might even really be like on a dating app, or she might be going out to clubs or something. She's like, there is like an energy of she's like putting the feelers out there for love a little bit. But I think in general, she's very closed off from you and from love in general. So I'm getting a sense that she's playing games with love. It's like a naive sense of love. She just seems like a naive girl from my past readings with her and like everything you've shared with her about me to me. And I don't get, she's like a very mature girl. I think you like knocked up a really immature girl. And I think you became quite boyish in that experience as well. Like it brought out the inner like little boy inside of you. Like there's like this little boy and little girl dynamic between the two of you. It's not like these two like man and woman energy. It's like this little boy, this little girl trying to do something together. It's just like not working. Her thoughts seems conflicted and unsure about love. Yeah. She's like, part of her wants something which is natural for females. Like girls are often very love focused. Like most girls are very like love centric. They are. I'm a teacher, so I teach little girls, and they're basically taught from a really young age to like look for a husband, look for a man, and men are taught to just kind of like be themselves, stand up for themselves, fight, explore their passions, be themselves kind of a thing. So girls are really always looking for love. So she's got that in her. And I think culturally, like Indian women are always looking for a man, like marriage. The big India, I feel like in India, it's just like in certain parts of the world, it's like especially crucial. I think the like white women, from all my research online, white men, like I think white people are kind of bored, and we're just kind of like exiting the planet. But I feel like there's certain cultures where they still want to make they still like if you look on like white people Instagram or white people TikTok, it's all about like, I just have my dogs and my, my wine, and that's me on a Friday. Or I have like my boyfriend and my cat, and we just want to fucking work our 9 to 5 and just fuck off into oblivion and play video games, whatever kind of thing. Like, but in certain parts of the world, India, the Middle East, like certain parts of Asia, it's still very traditional. And these women and these girls, they still really want like a man and children, and they want like a dowry and all these old fashioned like things like that's still really, really relevant in certain parts of the world. So I feel like in India is like still one of those places where that's happening. And yeah, like me and my boyfriend, we're looking forward to some ketamine that's coming in the mail. And I'm trying to make sure my dogs live until they're 20 by feeding them like really expensive food. And I exercise the shit out of them, and like I'm into my own longevity. Like I eat fruits and vegetables only, pretty much. I wear sunscreen every day. I brush my hair. I exercise every single day, like usually twice a day. Usually jog at nighttime. And so like, I don't even know what's going on. Marriage, girlfriend, boyfriend, India, big wedding, dowry, mother-in-law, father-in-law, baby. Like none of that is even in my like world. It's not even in my world because like I think I don't know if it's white people or it's the West or it's like something about the West is like we're just kind of all fucking off. I think we've checked out and um we're just checking out. Anyway, I just want her to be with someone who is genuine, whether with me or someone. Oh, that's very sweet of you. Because I know I leave her alone, then she will get depressed. We Indian men are very loyal to our girls. If I am with a girl, whether she is white or Asian, I will be loyal and respectful. Dowry culture is in rural parts of India. It's shameful. Yeah, I know lots of India is like a little bit more modern and it's like really, it can be quite modern. Like I know, but I feel like it's still a little bit close. It's like like there's no dowry anywhere in America or anywhere in the UK. Only the immigrants bring that kind of like energy into the environment. We're getting divorces and then we're like having child support settlements and like nobody likes their father-in-law, nobody likes their mother-in-law, people getting married in Las Vegas. It's just a freak show nowadays. In the West, it's a little bit of it's a game of just making life what it is and fucking off into the next dimension, fucking off into the next dimension, fucking off into the next dimension. And that's where you see us going with our VR headsets, our video games, our drugs, our leisurely time, our houses. And the house has become like this, like the mortgage and the house and like getting the house sorted is like one of the big primary focuses and home, the whole culture of like home bodies and people cultivating their strange fetishes and their BDSM and all their weirdness and the cat and their cats and their dogs and their mental exploration and they're feeling safety and there's a big like culture around like getting the house and like can't get the house is too expensive, but the house, it's always trying to get the house. And all the boomers have all the houses and we're just trying to get a house so that we can do our drugs in the house. Technology bringing emotional distance. Yeah, I think, yeah. That's part of it. My house is my safe place. I love knickknacks. Halloween is my favorite season. Cat. Random tattoos. Ketamine. Witchcraft and it's just like we're just playing games. It's like the West is just a stage of clowns, but there is like a lot of fundamentalist Christian people. I don't even know. I don't know what's going on. It's weird. It's fucking weird. But there's a lot of polite people. So people are like polite and they're kind of quite nice to you. Like at the grocery store, like they're very quiet. And there's clean. Things are clean. The streets are clean. People don't throw their rubbish on the street. I know that's a big problem in India. It's just rubbish everywhere. And people will be nice to your face in most part. I think technology is partly the problem, is like people behind closed doors and through technology, they feel more emboldened to like be aggressive or to be rude. But in person, people are actually usually pretty nice to each other. Earlier, people were more connected and concerned about others, but now nobody cares. Everybody's concerned about social media image. I don't know if that's entirely true. I don't know. I don't know a lot of girls. The people that I'm around don't care at all about their social media image. And I just kind of just I don't really care about my social media image at all either. So I don't really know a lot of people who are really that concerned, unless it's your job to be on social media, or somehow your finances are connected to your social media presence. If you're like an influencer or something, most general people I know do not. They just post like some little bits and pieces of their life. It's almost like for me, it's like it just kind of it's like a journal. It's just documenting the seasons of my life with photos and stuff. And I have over the past 2 months developed 2 or 3 months, actually since like January of this year, developed a little bit of an addiction to Instagram Reels. So I'll just be on that shit for like 30 minutes a day, just like scrolling, watching these videos, like randomly. Like sometimes I'm just doing it for like 30 minutes. And I'm just watching like these little reels over and over again. And then like my brain feels like it's on fire and I have to like take a break and read a book or just like something new. Virtual world is new reality. Doesn't matter how much broken you from inside, but you show that you're perfect. Increase in suicide rates are proving that. Yeah, when there's a disconnect, that's the least of our worries, really. But yeah, sometimes there's a disconnect between the person that you're showing online versus the person that you really are. Like filters and what, I don't know. I don't think that's such a big deal. I don't know. Maybe for like some people, that could be like the crux of their issue is like plastic surgery and like filters and like presenting this perfect life in front of everybody, and then like behind closed doors they're just like just a normal girl with a plain face, a lot of plastic surgery or something. That could for a very small minute little subsect of the population, that would be an issue. But that represents such a small percentage. I feel like, isn't it like 90% of the world is making $2 a day or something like that? Isn't that the majority of people's reality? This just represents a small subsect of the West's obsession with presenting themselves as something they're not. But I do feel like social media is kind of like having an effect on a lot of people in the world, but I mean, it can be used for good or bad. I just feel like it's part of our new reality. It's something that we need to embrace and accept and learn to coexist alongside. You need to like read books and go on hikes and exercise, eat healthy, have meaningful relationships, and then like photograph yourself doing it and putting it online. And maybe that's the extent. It doesn't need to go much further than that. It doesn't have to be this evil thing, I don't think. Okay, love, see you soon. It was wonderful interacting with you. Okay, love interacting with you too. Peace. Peace out. And yeah, I would just leave that girl alone. I think she's like, it's just not worth it. Does anyone else want a reading? I see. Oh. They're gone then. I said that. Both of them disappeared. They're just... Peace. Would you like a reading? If you want a reading, comment in the text box. If you want a reading, comment in the text box. No thanks, just lurking. Here's a card for you. The Knight of Wands, the Knight of Pentacles. Some money is coming your way. Or some health. Money or health. Temperance in reverse. You don't have a very balanced life right now. You spend too much time online. And you're not looking after your health. All you do is go to work. Knight of Swords in reverse. Oftentimes you don't know what to say. You don't know what to say. Sometimes you have a hard time communicating. You need to look at what you already have, the skills that you already have, and you need to build on those skills. You need to look at what you know how to do, and you need to make it bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And that way, you will make more money, and your life will be in balance. And you'll know what to say in front of a group of people because you'll be proud of yourself for what you've accomplished. You already have something special about you. You just need to make it grow. Look out into the distance and keep going. You have a lot of burdens. You have a lot of obligations. You have a lot of weight on your shoulders that's preventing you from moving forward. This could be people, places, or things. It could be mental blockages. blockages, anxiety. But ultimately, you have no love to give. Your heart is broken. Nobody taught you how to love. You don't know how to give love. And you don't know how to receive love. And that is the primary blockage that you're experiencing. You don't know how to love yourself. And you don't know how to love this world. So you'll forever be burdened with work. You'll forever be trying to move forward. You'll always be blocked up and not know what to say when the time comes to say something. You'll be out of balance. And you left because the truth hurts. All right, well, that was my demonic reading for the evening. Ta-ta. Oh, she did it.